Well, there's always a special feeling when Khamzat Chimaev makes the walk, whether at welterweight or at middleweight. This man has proven to be a real problem and really has lived up to all the hype and then some, dating to his 2020 UFC debut.
It's so hard for you to meet expectation, much less exceed it.
Right.
Khamzat Chimaev has exceeded the expectations set for him when he made his UFC debut. He has been nothing short of a buzzsaw, just going through guys at a rate that not anyone could have expected. What a fantastic fighter we get to watch every time we see Khamzat in the octagon.
And of course, many people harken back to the Gilbert Burns fight in 2022, the consensus fight of that year in which Chimaev was challenged and still rose to the occasion. We'll see how he fares tonight. Khamzat Chimaev has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. All right, here he is, the UFC middleweight king, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. Back-to-back wins over Yoel Romero. Hard to quantify, though, how difficult those 50 minutes against Yoel Romero were and what type of toll it might take on Whittaker here moving forward.
Yes, but after the Romero fights, there was a lot of time in between fights for Whittaker, which allows you to recover. Because you hear the stories about the guys that say they fight Yoel. No one's like him. No one feels like him. But Robert Whittaker was able to manage that over the course of two very, very difficult fights. And he was able to do that because of the fantastic cardio, the great wrestling mentality, and also the unbelievable striking and the ability to stare down the barrel of a loaded shotgun in Yoel Romero's left hand and feel safe. That allowed Robert Whittaker to keep his belt in both of those instances.
And we knew from his debut in 2012 that he would be something special. He has certainly been every bit that. And now our tail of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khamzat Chimaev. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robert the Reaper Whittaker.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, round one is upon us, and it always feels special and heightened when Robert Whittaker is in there. Not just in Australia, not just in New Zealand. He is one of the most popular fighters on planet Earth. I actually think his approval rating is highest here in the United States of America, but that is neither here nor there. Robert Whittaker needs a win, wants to prove that he is still the class of the class when it comes to this middleweight division. Well-timed knee lands for the more well-rounded fighter. If you're the wrestler now, does that give you... Oh, crowd really enjoyed that one. What goes up must come down. Man, I mean, what would that do to me? I'd be out like half a year, bro.
You'd be done, John. You would not be calling fights. You would not be working anymore. Your back would be out. But people get mad when somebody wrestles too much, but they always enjoy slams like that.
Oh, and there's the early takedown. Just what the doctor ordered.
Exactly what he wanted to do. You saw it in the training footage. Takedown.
Chimaev's going for a choke. Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
Arm triangle attempt. He's got to get that elbow going forward. He's got to drop his chest to the mat.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon and it showed in that defense.
Keep going again.
Oh, nice takedown. Yeah.
Throwing that jab, no good.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by Khamzat Chimaev. Well, one got through. That kick was blocked.
Connects with a beautiful jab.
Oh, big right hook, but a whiff. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Now some spacing as they exit the clinch. Hook in the clinch there by Whittaker. A little struggle here now for position in the clinch, and we see a lot of these situations in mixed martial arts. Huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
So under a minute to go here in what has been a competitive and action-packed first round.
Looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Final second to round one. Round two next. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes, volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Whittaker's in half guard now.
Big ground and pound. Big right hook there by the champ.
Side control now.
Oh, right into mount.
Oh, he postures up in a big head strike by Chimaev. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Khamzat Chimaev. Ooh, arm triangles in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
He might get a finish here.
Good work, guys.
That's tight. Oh, he got out.
He actually bridged, got his hips up in the air, used his momentum to take him back towards his opponent's feet, chest down to the mat to get out of that deep submission attempt.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Hammer fist here by Chimaev. 2 minutes. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent. Strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh!
Oh, back and forth we go.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, collar tie.
Bad.
30 seconds to go in the round. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not done anything to...
Oh, yeah, see on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much. And if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defense.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Well-placed kick there by Whittaker. That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Chimaev's eye is closing up. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Whittaker.
Yep, and he's got him secured in a half guard now.
Side control.
Oh, now he's attacking arm triangle.
Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
You gotta be kidding me, he's out. Working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully. That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, same bat time, same bat channel. You think he's going to look to set up that hook again here?
I mean, you can see it, John. You can see him doing it. You can see him sneaking looks to see where that hand is going to be. He's sneaking looks because he's going to find the opportune time to drop that big hook over the top.
Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. It feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush. Be patient. And in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area.
Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
45 seconds remain in the round. Trademark inside leg kick there by Whittaker.
Gotta start looking to finish.
Punch coming, it's blocked. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, fourth round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be hard. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion.
Whittaker swelling now around that jaw area. We'll see if he can make some adjustments and perhaps defensively raise that guard to prevent any further damage. Oh, hammer fist here by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Whittaker gets up. He is back on the feet here. Well, it's been a wild fight thus far, perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a...
Oh! Able to get back to his feet yet again. Oh, but not a good look for the judges here. Look how wobbly he is. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Chimaev. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, that's getting in deep now.
That's real deep, John. He's got to be careful.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
And he's able to work his way back to his feet. The accuracy and land right there. His opponent's wobble, champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that. In the half guard.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Whittaker. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. 10 seconds to go in round 4. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. Well, you don't see that every day. What a round it was. Knockdowns on both sides, DC. Very entertaining fight thus far.
And big knockdowns. Knockdowns that looked like they were going to finish the fight. Everybody else in the back, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The $50,000 check has already been cashed by these two fighters. You've had your fight of the night.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage it.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. Well, an appreciative, capacited crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. That previous round, I mean, get the bonus checks ready. That was insane.
It's done. These guys are taking home the $50,000. They laid it all on the line.
Back to the feet now. Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned. Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight.
All right, half-guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control.
Chimaev's going for the sub here. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Chimaev's in half guard.
Nice transition.
Chimaev ground and pound from half guard. 90 seconds to go to decide this one. Oh, pinpoint ground strike by him there, and that one opened up a cut.
Oh, he got to his spot.
1 minute to go in the fight.
Watch armbar here.
Ooh, that looks wicked tight.
It's getting tight now. He's advancing.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
And there is the final horn. What a 25-minute affair tonight. We're going to the scorecards. All right, so there it is, the final horn, a lifetime of work, all building to this moment, and the underdog challenger comes up large with his striking game tonight. He's going to be the new champ.
I mean, he came up big in a massive spot. He was the underdog. He wasn't supposed to get this done. He relied on what got him here, the striking, to take the title from the long-reigning champion.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-46, 49-45, and 49-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and new UFC